Can the Pittsburgh Steelers win back-to-back games for the first time this season? Hey Steeler Nation, and welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate pre-game show. Guys, with myself, Britsburgh, Owen, and coming up later in this show, also my buddy from down under, Mr. Mark Davison himself. So hang on, guys, for that. Mark's got some interesting words for you to hear about tomorrow's game against the Atlanta Falcons. So the Steelers go to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow with the opportunity to win for the first time back-to-back this season. Every time the Steelers have won so far this season, they've followed up with a defeat. Obviously, week 1 against the Bengals, they followed that up, obviously, with a defeat in the home opener to the New England Patriots. The second, obviously, win that we recorded there was, obviously, against the New Orleans Saints. We've then backed that up with a defeat to the Bengals. We now obviously played the Colts, won that game, and we'll see if we can back that up with another victory. That has got to be the aim for our Pittsburgh Steelers this coming Sunday. Now, it's a game that is going to be a tough game, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a tough game because the Steelers have a number of injuries. Obviously, I forgot another win there, didn't I? I do apologize. I did forget, obviously, our win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which we then followed up with a defeat against the Miami Dolphins. My apologies for forgetting that because I will get pulled up on that. Now, it's going to be a big game tomorrow. I've seen TJ Watt was questionable. We've got, obviously, a situation where Jalen Warren is questionable. Malik Reed is now questionable. So the defense is looking pretty banged up. So therefore, it is absolutely vital that this offense step up. And I want a 60-minute offense. I don't want a 30-minute offense. I want to see Canada respond to the adjustments that the Falcons make at halftime. Guys, this defense, the Falcons defense, sucks. It is one of the worst in the NFL. It has the worst ever worked. So the worst hurries percentage in the NFL, the worst pressures percentage in the NFL. It is ranked dead last in total defense. It is ranked 24th in rush defense. It is one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. Its cornerbacks have given up respectively 119.9 QB rating and 123.3 QB ratings. This is a defense that we can get after, a defense that Pickett can actually go after, and he can really impress and show how good he is going to be. You know, this is a great chance for Kenny to go out there, target George Pickens, bring Deontay Johnson back to where we know he can play, bring Pat Freiermuth, as he has been all season, into this game and get the running game going, whether that be with Najee Harris, whether that be with Benny Snell, whether that be with Ant McFarland, whether that be with Jalen Warren if he returns, but get the run game going. Keep the Falcons off the field because the Falcons love to run the ball. And this defense, our defense, is looking banged up again. It cannot be on the field for a long time. It needs its rest. So we've got to make sure that we run the ball, we eat the clock, we pass the ball well. We've got to show a really good mixed offense and a really good 60-minute offense tomorrow. And just to you guys out there in the tank crew, and I know there's a tank crew out there, I don't want to tank. I don't want to finish the season. I don't want to finish the season with a top 10 draft pick. I want to finish it with as many wins as possible. Tanking doesn't work. Ask a Lions fan, ask a Jags fan, ask a Browns fan. Tanking doesn't work. I've got no time for the tank crew, and I've got no time for tanking. Mark, let them know how it is, buddy. Here we go, Steelers. Come on.
Thank you, Owen, for your words in the pre-game. Now, here we are again, guys. The Steelers are 4-7. And like my good mate Owen has talked about before, the tank crew is in effect. Like, why are you guys wanting to see the Steelers tank? They're in a better position right now in the playoffs or playoff chance than they are to go and get the top 1, top 2, even top 5. Right now, the Steelers are, I believe, 12th or 13th in the ranking order for the draft. Right? The Steelers are playing better. They're 2-1 after the bye. They've beaten the Colts. They've beaten the Saints. They lost to the Bengals. Fair enough. They're 2-1 after the bye. They're playing much better on offense after the bye. The team, they need to back it up 100%. They need to back it up. But you're wishing your team to lose makes no sense because you can't fix everything by getting a top overall pick in the draft. You're better off building that winning culture that the Steelers need right now with the young players. Freiermuth needs it. Pickens needs it. Pickett needs it. All these dudes, Connor Haywood, young guy. Najee Harris, young guy. Jalen Warren, young guy. Young offensive line, young guys. They need to feel that winning aspect, not the fact they're going to lose. So everyone who wants them to tank, don't watch. Simply don't watch the game. You come into the comments, you say there's no chance or no point going to the playoffs. Playoffs? There's no point going. Why do you watch the game? Why do you comment on these Steeler videos if you want your team to tank? There's simply no reason to see your team tank. You might get the number 1 overall. You might get a top 5. You might be in a better position to get the draft. But it doesn't work out long term. It doesn't work out long term. Look at the Texans. They're going through some awful football play right now. It doesn't work overall. So people who want to tank, check out. Take the next 6 games off. Don't put yourself in preparation to watch the team win. Don't watch the game tomorrow, 1 p.m. kickoff versus the Falcons, which Mike Tomlin is 3-0 against. 3-0 against the Falcons. And they have a pretty good record against the Falcons too. This is the game where if the Steelers can win this game, they can go to 5-7. If they can use the run game more effectively, if they can use Kenny Pickett to progress even further, to hopefully get a TD to Pickens, TD to DJ, start to build that cohesion offense. This defense can also help us out. If the Steelers can run this game with Warren, if he's going to play, but I think it might be Najee Harris. We don't overly know yet. Warren was full practice, then he was limited. Now Najee Harris, it looks like he's going to play, but still has a bit of injury. If they can run the rock effectively like they did last week, they have a good chance to win, to improve to 5-7 with 5 games to go. Then we verse Ravens next week in the divisional round, right? If the Broncos beat the Ravens, possibility, not saying it's going to happen, as a possibility. If it does happen, the division gets shorter. If the KC Chiefs beat the Bengals, then the Bengals, they stand there at 7, right? If the Minnesota Vikings beat the Jets, which can happen, 2 good teams, if they beat the Jets, then we are 2 games away from the 7th seed and the 6th seed because the Patriots went 6-6. So everyone's saying they want to tank. It makes 0 sense. You're a fan, you're a supporter, and if you want to cheer on tanking for your team to lose, then I don't think you're a real fan. To be honest, I really don't think so. You watch the game, you turn it on, and you're cheering Najee Harris to fumble. You're cheering Kenny Pickett to throw interceptions. You're cheering the defense to allow points. I don't see that. It's not a winner's mentality. It's a loser mentality. If you're cheering your team to lose, then it's a loser mentality, 110%. We are cheering our team to win. That's what we're doing. We're doing Steelers versus Falcons. Their record is 5-7. We're 4-7, right? They have playoff implications too. The Falcons team won't be an easy beat team. Dead set, they won't be. They're also run heavy, and Marcus Mariota's playing some good football right now. Okay, but right now, guys, this game at 1 p.m., my 5 a.m., if the Steelers can win this, there's a big chance we could go on a bit of a run. But the Steelers have to go back-to-back. And I do not believe in this tanking idea to where you put yourself with a better draft pick, because the Pittsburgh Steelers don't do that. We're a winning organization. So you guys have a point now where do you want to watch your team lose or check out, and we'll see everybody who wants to see them tank, come back in April. Everybody who wants to see them tank, come back in April. We'll see you in April. You take the 4 months off, you enjoy your Christmas, enjoy New Year's Eve, whatever you do, right? We'll see you in April during the draft. Everyone else who's on the winning train and wants to see our team get better, then we're going to stick with the team like fans should do. Good fans should do that. All right, guys, enjoy the game. It is Steelers versus Falcons, 4-7 Steelers versus 5-7 Falcons. It's going to be a big game. I can't wait to see Kenny progress even further, and let's hope for a win. I have today 24-17, the same score as last week. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's 38-15 or 14 or something similar. I hope I'm wrong. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.